Yeah, you are welcome to this teaching. The topic we want to consider in this our course is what I call how to have a sweet marriage. Now, I want you to know first of all that sweet marriage is possible. Many people think that marriage is not doesn't worth it. The marriage doesn't worth it. Let me tell you, marriage is the next thing we are uh, that God has arranged for every human being to do. So, in order to have a better life, marriage is for better life. It's not for worse life. I don't know the type of experiences you have in your marriages or the part of, all experiences that you have experienced so far. But I want to tell you that if you follow God's way, you will enjoy it the way God has planned it. God instituted marriage, but your marriage cannot be better than who you are. I want to come again. God instituted marriage, but your marriage can never be better than who you are. The two of you must believe that is the two of you in marriage relationship must believe this and work on yourself. You have to fight for your marriage with everything in you. You know, you squeeze an orange to enjoy the sweetness in it carries. If you don't squeeze, you have to squeeze an orange. You squeeze it before you enjoy the sweetness it carries. So that means that's what to do to get what you want. In other words, that to make a marriage sweet, you yourself must be sweet, and it requires some sacrifices. Now, love without readiness to sacrifice some things is not love, and it cannot last. Let me come again. Love without readiness to sacrifice some things is not love, and it cannot last. Now, if you really have a vision for a sweet marriage, and you are passionate about it, there can be nothing too much for you to sacrifice for it. Sweet marriage worth doing everything to make it work. Let me go on. The following that I want to mention are the steps to make a marriage a sweet one. Number one, you must have a vision for a sweet marriage. You must have a vision for a sweet marriage. Everything that starts with vision ends in achievement. Every achievement is linked with somebody having a vision for that particular achievement. You must have a vision for a sweet marriage. To get that, you must have a vision for a sweet, because it is the reason, it is what is going to be driving you, what is going to be motivating you. So without a vision, you can't achieve a sweet marriage. That is, your vision must be based on how to have a sweet marriage. You must have that vision for it. So, what is vision? A vision is something that you always see with the eyes of your mind, that you always imagine. That which you constantly picture in your mind, it is that dominant and strong desire in your mind, that thing you are passionate about. Is that clear? Let me come again. A vision is something that you always see with the eyes of your mind, that which you constantly picture in your mind. Is that clear? It is that dominant and strong desire in your mind, that very thing you are passionate about. That is vision. Now, the benefit of vision. It motivates you. Vision motivates you to spend and be spent towards making a sweet marriage. That is, vision for a sweet marriage motivates you to spend and be spent towards making a sweet marriage. That is, towards making it work. Is that clear? So let that settle in your mind. You must have a vision for a sweet marriage before you can achieve a sweet marriage. Many people that are entering into marriage, many of them don't have a vision for it. Yes, you just want to marry so that you can have children. They want to marry for other nonsense, for other reasons that are not tangible, that are not attached to marriage. So, but The vision you have is what you are going to work towards. Is that clear? So that is that. Number 2, be the agent of sweetness. Be the agent of sweetness. Don't wait for the other party, the other person in the marriage. Don't wait. Be the agent of the agent of sweetness. Let's go to Matthew 12, verse 3. It says, either make the tree good and its fruit good, or else make the tree corrupt and its fruit corrupt. For the tree is known by its fruit. Its tree is known by its fruit. Now, I want you to know that you are the product, that is sweetness that you desire. You come from your own sweetness. If you are not sweet, your marriage cannot be sweet. Until you are sweet, your marriage cannot be. So you are going to be the agent of sweet. That you have to work on yourself, make yourself sweet. You have sweet characters in order to make your marriage a sweet one. If your character is not sweet, that marriage can never be sweet. You are the driver, you are the playmaker in that marriage to make it work. Now, the book of James chapter 4 verse 1 says something. It says, from whence come wars and fighting among you? Come they not hence, even in your lust that war in your members? Let me come again. He said, from whence, that is from where, come war and fighting among you. Come they not hence, even of your lust that war in your members? That means the war we demonstrate in our marriages, in our marriage relationship, come from our lust, from our members, that is from our body. So it is the law that dominates our body, so that manifest in our marriage relationship, that make it bitter or sweet. So your home can never be better than how your character is. So you are the playmaker, you are the original, you are the actor in that marriage relationship. Then you either be a good or bad tree. Your fruit will show your type. You are the agent and messenger of sweetness that your marriage has been waiting for. If you cannot be the agent, nobody can do it for you. How about Samuel said, and I quote, he says, it takes two to make marriage successful and only one to make it a failure. Let me come again. How about Samuel said, and I quote, he said, it takes two to make marriage successful and only one to make it a failure. That means the two of you need to become agents of sweetness so as to make that marriage sweet. But don't wait for the other person. Let's start with you. So then it takes one person to pull it down to make it a failure, because when the other person is trying to make it sweet and the other person also is trying to make it fall, then or make it fail, it will fail. The two of you must agree together. So let's continue. Now, Peter Deris also said, the difficulty with marriage is that we fall in love with a personality, but must live with a character. We fall in love with personality, but we must live, but we live with character. I don't know if you understand what he's trying to say. No, when we get married to a person, to a human being. Now, but we live with character that person that we marry carries. Is that okay? The character that person carries is what we live with. Is that clear? That means everything, the fall and rise of your marriage is in your characters. If you want to make it sweet, it is in your hand. If you want to make it bitter, it is in your hand. God will bless you. Thank you.